whenever you plan for a ride, most important things you will be using, and obvious things you may use or you may not use. It can be your riding gear, helmet, boots, or the tools, puncture kit. Those are all obvious things, and there are very few important things which we use on everyday basis. These things you will keep using every day. Okay, we will discuss those things. And the number one most important things are earplugs. See, the moment you start your bike, the noise of your bike and the sound of the exhaust, it is by default you will start hearing it. And the moment you start moving the traffic noise is irritating, and the moment you start speeding up on the vehicle, it is more irritating to your ears, and it may damage your ears in the long run. And there are, unless you are wearing 100% noise cancellation helmet with the proper padding and all, if it is cancelling the noise to 100%, then it is fine. Otherwise, as simple as cotton ball and even the foam earplugs what we get, which are very cheaper, so those things can be used to avoid the damage to your ears. And remember, the moment I forget to use my earplugs during long rides, immediately I will understand something is wrong with my ears, because that wind noise, it is so much during the speed. The wind enters into your all the helmet spaces, and it will start creating that buzzing sound in the head. So that is the first thing I always keep with me, and it is very essential, I feel. And the number two on the list of most important things of daily use is simple cable lock, what we get for bicycles. It can be with a padlock or even with a combination lock, whichever. See, those cable locks, you can use it to lock your helmet, you can lock your bike wheel with the shocks, and you can lock your even the jacket, riding jacket. Once you take out all your valuables from the jacket, just insert that cable through the sleeves and lock it on the grab rail or somewhere on the handlebar. You can avoid the bulky jacket and the helmet when you walk around. You don't need your helmet and the jacket. So you can, in fact, you can lock couple of helmets and the jacket with a single cable lock. It should be big enough, like almost about 1 meter up to 3 to 4 feet. Mainly, it has to be little thicker. It takes some time to cut that cable lock. And number third is disc lock. You might have seen lot of heavy disc locks in the market. There are several sizes and several shapes, and in different price range. Here, even I had one on my previous RX100. I used to use it on front disc. Then later I switched it to a simple small padlock with a key. So that padlock, you can put it to a disc. There are several holes on the disc. See, suppose when you put that padlock above the caliper, the wheel cannot be turned backwards. There is one trick. Suppose there is a wall when you are parking a vehicle, go near the wall, touch it to the wall almost, then choose a hole above the caliper and put the padlock. And obviously you will be locking the handlebar. Suppose if anybody is trying to fiddle with your bike, if they want to move the bike behind, it is not possible. That is the trick. And one more trick is, if you find a L-shaped corner wall, take your vehicle, lock the steering on the left hand side, touch it to the corner, then put the padlock. That is even more safer, because unless you lift the bike, you just can't pull the bike behind. That is one. That's the third most important thing. I always prefer. I will have that small padlock and the key in my tank bag or in the luggage. Whenever I need it very necessary to lock the disc, then I'll use that disc lock. That is again, I think in for safety of your vehicle, I think it's a must. And number 4 of the list is small multi-tool. It can be of any brand, or you can choose couple of small tools which are very necessary, like Phillips head screwdriver bits and the flat head, and one or two Torx head, or maybe couple of Allen keys, and with small plier. There are several multi tools available in the market. What happens, suppose the toolkit will be in your luggage or somewhere on the bike or below your seat, and you don't want to open your toolkit, but you want to tighten one small screw or Allen screw, immediately you need it. So in that case, that multi tool helps. What I carry usually is that small bicycle multi tool, which has got Allen keys from 2 to 6 mm, and one Torx head, Phillips and flat head. Then there is one small Knipex plier I usually carry with it. It's very compact one, but amazing quality and bit expensive also, but it is worth. And you don't believe me, the accessories what we put, like phone mount or a saddle rack or anything what we mount on the bike, those mounting screws are always tend to get loosened, and especially number plate screws and the tank panel screws, those things and even the knuckle guard side screw and the side mirror, these things, no, these screws and nuts and bolts, they tend to get loosened, and you need that particular tool immediately when you find something loose. So in that case, that small multi tool is very necessary, and almost I think even to for this camera mounts and all, suppose you want to tighten it more or loosen it and adjust it, you need that multi tool, and that is very helpful. That's the it's more than the obvious thing. What you say? Yes. And now there is a fifth one. How many of you stayed in a small, very reasonable, cheap hotels where you don't find a electrical socket? Maybe you will find only one socket. In that case, that multi-socket or power splitter, you can say. So 1:3. So you will have couple of 3 to 4 sockets, which you can use it to charge your power bank, phone or camera battery. See, these are very basic things. Apart from that, one more that is number 6 on the list is power bank. How can you forget the power bank? You just can't rely on electricity in some remote places. If the power goes, you will not find the power whole night. And they may use some solar powered lights, but it is very limited use. So in that case, to at least to keep your phone charged, you need a power bank. And number 7th on the list is microfiber kerchief or small cloth. Can you imagine, you enter a hotel and your helmet visor is dirty, your hands are dirty, and you take out your helmet and keep it on the table, and you go and wash your face, and you come back and you ask for a tissue paper, and you will have to take at least so much tissue paper to wipe your complete face and the hands and everything. So I use microfiber hanky most of the time. Then once you sit down, you find your helmet visor is very dirty. So just sprinkle little water on the visor, wait for some time, then again sprinkle. Then if there are any tough stains, then rub it little with a microfiber cloth, then wipe it off. So helmet visor is also clean, because we can't use the tissue paper on the visor. You may get some scratches on the visor if you use the tissue paper. Number 8 on the list, which I will consider the most important thing, that is the water. The hydration pack what you carry, it can be of 1 liter, 2 liters or 3 liters. I carry 2 liters of water in 3 liters. Then it is, first of all you need to have little energy, and because during the ride you will get dehydrated every hour, maybe every 45 minutes or every 1 hour, every 1.5 hour, you need to have water. Otherwise, your throat will get dry, and it is slightly, and you will feel very hot if you are riding in hot climate. And believe me, even if you keep drinking water continuously, you will not feel, you can't just feel fresh. It will be so hot outside, and you feel like taking the shower, cold shower. So it is very necessary to keep your body hydrated with the proper level of the water. There is one more option. If you are carrying one small flask, say about for 500 ml flask, in which you can keep cold water if you want, cold juices if you want, or this you can mix rehydration sachet, that powder you can mix it with the water and keep it in the flask, shake it and keep it. Even if you go for trekking or hiking, I find it very necessary. Planning the ride, destinations not yet decided, but duration of the ride will be almost 8 to 10 days. 8 to 10 days means say for about 3000 kilometers. So fingers crossed, if everything goes well, then we will be hitting the road. Me and my wife, we will be hitting the road again in the month of December. Ta.